Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a great day today. I'm having a pretty good day myself. It was really cold at the end of the last episode. It got to negative 70 Fahrenheit. That's negative 56 degrees Celsius for you non-freedom units using people. And in this episode, we have a goal, and that goal is going to be to build us some more advanced houses. Now, I have sat through the development point accumulation, and we have acquired house upgrades as our research anyways. And I also picked up the school expansion in an attempt to increase two things: the school development points progress this makes plus 100%, and this also can accommodate 5 more students. So that's more experienced workers, more efficient workers, better workers for us to get those houses. It's been a little bit of a thing. So we have the luxury house here. Okay, so it needs glass, it needs bricks, and it needs that other deal, which is going to be, I believe that's machine parts, if I do recall. Building kits. So, kind of go backwards here. So we have our forge. The forge gives us the building kits with glass and planks and steel. Okay, well, I needed steel. So to get steel, we got our smelter going. We got steel. It requires iron ore and some furnace burden. So we had to make sure that we had our furnace burden guy going, and it is operating. Which requires timber, of course. So if we check out our raw materials, our timber is doing okay. We're at 871. Let's check out our production on the timber. We are using 40,000 and we're producing 44,000, so we are doing okay there. We're using timber for a lot of things, of course. So we have domestic fuel that we have been struggling with. I had this at 10,000 cap. We had 1,000 for about a minute, and now we're back down to 10. And unfortunately, you can see up here, extreme cold is coming again. And I'm really kind of worried about losing a bunch more people to the cold. We're just now recovering. So I was down to, I think, like 40 people. And I think at the beginning of the last episode, we were at like 106. So it's been a slog to get back in action. But I've been a little bit more diligent the second time around. I'm making sure we got the food. I'm making sure we got the water. And I'm really trying to make sure that we got the timber and the fuel. So I was trying to come up with a more often occurring food source. So I have 3 fisheries, all at 4 people. And I do have 4 pastures here, but you can see only 2 of them have critters in them. And I had workers in here, and it sat for a while and didn't acquire anybody here, so I'm not really sure what the deal with that was. It does say that they can be attained through hunting, which we have plenty of hunters. I got 2 here, I got 3 over on the other side, all full. So I'm not really sure what the deal with that is, but regardless, we have some there. So those are the 2 things that I had for a continuous source of food throughout the year. And then of course we had to have farms. Again, these bees are coming back because we had this all full at one point. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. But it emptied out, like I had mentioned, because we lost a ton of people. You can see our graveyards are pretty full, and that's just the ones that we had headstones for. There was a lot that just died out because we didn't have either one of these graveyards built, so it kind of stunk. Over here, we are basically not doing hardly anything except for 1 flax field and an oat field. The flax field is for our linens and for our clothing chain, so we're still getting some clothing. It's doing okay. Let's see if we can find textile materials. And then here's our linens. So we're at, yeah, so we're not doing that great. We're doing great. We're using about 6,000 and we're producing 7,000. So we're doing okay with that. One thing I've kind of been realizing at this point, there's so many jobs and there's so many things to keep track of that are so critical that it's almost worth it to have a couple extra people so that if somebody dies, you have somebody to replace them. But to me, it feels really bad to sit here with 1 worker not doing, well, it feels like not doing anything when I have buildings like this that are just sitting that could use another worker, or we need to produce something. So in that case, I've been putting them in wherever they are needed and just keeping my eyes peeled on, you know, what needs to be replaced as the workers die. This church has been one thing, and this clinic has been a big problem, and the bathhouses and all these other little things. All that aside, let's get some upgraded houses in here. So we don't have a ton of materials to do as much as I would like to do. I want to replace like almost all of these with at least the luxury houses. So we're still waiting for some building kits. That's going to take a little bit here, but in the meantime, we can start picking up some of these houses to get demolished. So I'm thinking, since these 4 are empty anyways, we might as well knock out these 4. And I was wondering, I'm not sure who knocks these houses down. If it's laborers, if it's builders, I'm not really sure. So we'll just mark them, and then whoever gets there gets there. This is the tailor. We have a tailor here, and we have a tailor here. I only have enough people really for the one to be working. Let's check out our distillery. It looks like we're at the spirits cap. It's great. We have a butcher now, but still, okay, they did produce the chunks of raw meat and fats. Good. So I need the butcher to come back so we can have some more fats to continue to make soaps, which we never quite ran out of the fats for the soaps, but we did, of course, run out of a worker for the soaps. So we just got a second one. Let's add another worker there. So now we have the 1 buffer person working as our laborer. We're still hurting on our medicine. I think that was up in here somewhere. Oh, it was right here. So we have apiaries, groves to nurseries. So that's going to be another 3 whole points. It's going to be a while before we can get there at our current pace. If we get a good boon of people and we can get a bunch more research institutes going, fantastic, but I think that's a little ways off. We're doing okay with our school. We got just the 1 school. I'm thinking about putting in another one, but probably not yet, because again, not a whole lot of people to work on everything. If you're playing this, go slow. Make sure that you have tons of the basics. Like, you think you have enough, do more, because it runs out so quickly when you get more people, and it's easy to just overlook something, and then it falls apart. And then if it's one of these key things like water or food or heat, then the table falls out from underneath you, and I kind of had to start over with the same town, and it really was awful. So it's 40 people later than the end of our last episode, and it's been slow. We are recovering, and it's going all right. So I'll be back in just a little bit when we get some building kits completed, and then let's get some luxury houses built. All right, we have enough building kits now for about 3 houses. We're up to 40, so we're going to need 36, so we'll be good. So let's get a couple luxury houses, and we'll rotate this guy around. I think we're going to do it on this side of the road. And I just wanted to check out the variations of the houses. Remember, we can hit F, and we can choose a couple of different variations of the building itself. So that's just cycle through those, and that's what those are. So I think we'll go with this one first, and then we'll do this one. And then we'll do, I don't know, this one. And I'm doing them 1 space apart. I match the ones across the road. And I think I'll put some decorations in here or something maybe later. This was where they were clustered really tight, and so I wanted to break that up just a little bit to just because I think it looks a little bit nicer. It's not jam crammed and sardined into a tight location. So another thing with these luxury houses is they're for a family of 5. So these are a family of 4, these are 5. So just a little bit bigger. It also has larger capacity for stuff and things. It feels better and relieves more stress. So I think these luxury houses are going to help lessen the burden on our fuel costs. So we're going to get some of that action in for sure. Looks like we're up to 36 again, or maybe not. Maybe they haven't taken it away yet. So we'll just wait till these are built. We'll check them out. We'll check them out what's on the inside and what they look, and we'll see if we can put in some of those toilets we got 2-3 episodes ago, and we'll see how that stuff works. All right, all 3 of them are all complete. Check it out. We got our luxury houses finally. Now, this is a thing that is kind of annoying to me. So we have our toilet, right? And we upgrade with the toilet, but you get the toilet by trade. So, it's kind of annoying. I want a little bit more control over what stuff is happening in the town, So that's kind of obnoxious, but I was looking at the text, and if we go down to trade, which we haven't done anything in, There's a couple things in this tree that I want. The first one's going to be the grocery store, but yeah, I don't know about that one yet, because this one is going to let you get silver coins, and trading, you can use silver coins. So it's a good thing to have. But the sea transportation, merchants are more willing to do business with your town. Ships at the ferry and dock carry a wider variety of items. So I like that because, you know, it's more of a chance to get what you're looking for. So with the next couple of development points, I think we'll go into those two things. I also got the apiary. I'll show you that in just a second. But we could also go down the grove and get to nursery. So the next 4 points, that's what they're going to be: a grove, nursery. We'll get the grocery store, and we'll get the sea transport going. And I think that will be. I think that's the next steps that we need to do. We're doing okay now with timber. We were getting a little short there for a minute, but then we got this logging camp built, and it seems to have had enough of a play in the right direction for us. So that's fantastic. For the first time, I have hired somebody into the quarry as well. And I was kind of kicking myself because, you know, we've had the mine pit in the quarry for a long time, right? Well, silly roundhead me, it had coal in it. I could be using coal this whole time instead of trees for the heating. So if you get your mine in, you can do that. Don't forget about it. So it's there. If you have, if people are getting cold, get the coal, and you can use the coal and the wood, and then you'll be super duper good. And we might have to end up doing that. But we're now at 99 people. We were over 100 a second ago, I thought, but we're getting back to where we were. It's been great. Oh, I said I was going to show you the apiary. So that's where this guy is, right here. We got honey and beeswax. Honey counts as a food according to this. Food and honey is, I think, down here. Yep, right there, honey. So that's good. It's great. And I'm wondering if there are candles in this game because there's beeswax. So we can make some candles. And, well, I know that there's lanterns because if you go into here, there's a lantern right there. And then it's got that little buddy at the bottom there. That's the item lantern. That would make sense to me. Lantern, maybe the beeswax and or the fat can make candles. So we'll have to find out. That'll be a little bit down the road, I think. We are slowly going back to having more of our stuff filled in. We got a batch of immigrants that came through, so that was great. Extra people for our food needs, and that also played a big part where these people came from the logging camp that we were just talking about here. And so that's been great as well. I double checked our tools, I double checked our clothing. Everything looks good, and I think we're finally even keel again, and we are heading in the right direction. And that's going to be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival.